I have enough coping skills that I have collected over the years, where at least I don't literally make people in fear of their physical safety because my daddy yelled at me. My parents made sure to every day to let it be known that I wasn't shit. Did I go out and terrorize everybody? Maybe when I was younger, and I was convicted of that by the Holy Spirit and realized that was wrong, and don't do that in my adult years. But I will say this, I have never made someone in fear of their physical fear of themselves. Because I literally thought he was going to hit me, push me or hit me. And they'd be having wives and kids, whatever. And I know if someone treated his wife that way, he would throw hands. As he should. A husband should. But anyway, client line. Sorry, let's get back to that. So I was saying how I generally hope people's experience of me isn't that way. And it's not just that one, it's several who come in, and I genuinely hope to people, and I don't care what a white person thinks of me, but really, just on a human level, I really hope that's not what, and I think that when I see it, it's like I genuinely hope that's not people's experience of me, because I don't want it to be. That I am childish, that my maturity level is that of a 4-year-old, if not 2-year-old, that I am some type of animalistic bear who is trying to intimidate people, and because that is fear. That's a fear tactic. Ghetto people who do that, that's a fear. That's someone who is very afraid. There's someone who is very afraid and very insecure of themselves. Whether they're female, whether they're male, a ghetto individual who are really with the knives, are really with this, I got the guns, I'm a killer, but don't push me. That is someone who is in fear of themselves. They are scared. It's the same with white people who, I'm a gun owner, I'm 2A, I'm this, I'm that, whatever. They say a racial slur, this, that, and the third. They wouldn't bust a grape in the fruit factory. And I know that. They wouldn't bust not one grape in a fruit factory. Because when you see them out in public, ain't no gun in sight. And the white women hide and try to find some man, and they claim they feminists. Can't stand those types because they go around and find a man to go fight their battles. That is a scared person. The battles they started. Because there's something about me, I have never ever needed a gang, a group of people, or nothing to fight my battles. It's all of the battles I have ever fought was by myself. And I can stand 10 toes down. And either it's just not that important to me, and so I let it go, or you're not that important to me, or like this situation where now I've communicated and now there's a staff meeting with management. Give me what is it called? Where it's all your hours and everything that you did in school. I can't remember. Transcript. Give me my transcript and let me go. That's not going to break my heart. The only thing what are they going to do? Throw me out of school? That will not break my heart. I'm telling you, it will not break my heart. It will not hurt my feelings. Please believe that. I need you to believe that. It would not hurt my feelings. Because I don't deal with ghetto trash. I'm above it. Didn't grow up like that. I don't. And you can be ghetto trash and be white or Latino. Cardi B is ghetto trash. He's Latin. And that's why they ain't no Latin man who actually finds her fine. It's these niggas. These ugly ass niggas and allegedly gay niggas. Because all she does is pop out babies. That's all she is. A baby factory. But she ain't about none. So you can be ghetto trash and be any color. You can be white ghetto trash, which isn't really a thing. You can be Caucasian ghetto trash, European ghetto trash. So that ghetto doesn't mean black. That's what it's meant to mean, but that's not how I mean it. You can be, I was not raised to be ghetto trash. I don't identify with ghetto trash. I don't wish to associate. The first few months of me being here, I've been here 7 months, I just realized, and I don't care what the motherfucker feel. Our prices are at school are lower than any other school. That's why we get as many people, but not the quality people. It attracts ghetto trash. My prices, they're not going to be ridiculous, but they're going to be high. I'm not dealing, it is not about being money hungry for me, because if you love what you do, the money's going to come. That's not where it comes for me. I'm not dealing with these people. I do not want them in my establishment. I don't want them in my face. I don't want to see ghetto trash, period. I don't. It's not funny. It is not a joke. I'm not entertained. No. But anyway, the line. Long story short, the lady wanted to end the service. She decided that I didn't know what I was doing, even though I did, and I was giving her what she wanted. She called my teacher over to end the service. Lesson day, or theory day, from someone who I have some modicum of respect for, another educator who does theory. That situation and the other situation was a lesson teaching moment and twisted around story about how I was too, basically, long story short, I was too nervous to perform the service, which was not true. I was not nervous at all. There was not a nervousness in my body. I was ready and willing. The client, and this is something, I'm not gonna fight you to sit in a chair I didn't ask you to sit in the first place. I'm not going to fight for clients. I don't care. If you don't want me to touch you, if you don't want me to be near you, if you don't like me, if whatever. If my Jesus bothers your demons, fine. But people don't seem to understand that this is a school. You don't get to come into a school unless it's something a student really can't perform, or they burned the client, or like something bad has happened, like their hair fell out, like something, even though the teacher should be watching, but you get the point. You don't get to come into a school and pick a teacher. Where do they do that at? You can pick a different student, but you don't get to pick an instructor. Because really, they're not supposed to be performing services. So if she can go, and I told this to my instructor, they can go to a professional and go pay them professional prices, which she bitched about when I was doing somebody else's hair. I'm beginning to learn, because I used to be on the other side of the chair and think us cosmetology, these people in the beauty industry, they're so stuck up, and there is some. If somebody's eating chicken over the top of your head, if somebody stinks of weed, if someone is treating you like garbage and like they're doing you a favor, if the people ain't shit, fuck them. But I'm just saying, professionals who did put their best foot forward, some of y'all clients ain't shit. And you're angry and you come on this YouTube or other social media and you make up lies when you were the one who refused the service. You weren't thrown out, you weren't kicked out, you were late, not the professional. Now, some of these people is clowns, just like the niggas I'm talking about, where you have to take 17,000 breaks to smoke weed, which isn't working because you're anything but calm. You are a nervous wreck, and you really need to be inpatient somewhere. And medication. I'm talking about my instructor. Because every person who has used weed to medicate their issues is a mess. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not talking about, because what people say about weed is like, it just brings out what you're naturally like. So if you're naturally chill, you're just going to be chill. If you're naturally hype, it's going to heighten your hypeness. If you're already depressed, you're going to be more depressed. If you're angry, you're going to be more angry. The wrong people are on weed. And I said what I said, and I don't give a fuck about who likes it or not. Anyway, because it doesn't work. I have seen people who, you know, they are so angry, they are a wreck emotionally. They can't handle anything. Any inconvenience they can't handle. And yeah, and I'm not blaming that on the plant. I'm saying that you are not a candidate for that plant. That's what I'm saying. And we need to stop this. Everybody needs to be smoking weed. We need to get over that. We need to get over that. We need to stop saying that. Weed is not a magic wand. It's just not. It's not a magic potion. I know people who are bipolar and schizophrenic should not be on weed at all. Because again, if your bipolarism makes you angry and a bear, you're going to be even more that way. If it makes you depressed, you're going to be even more that way. And if you have psychosis symptoms, even if you have schizophrenia, you're going to be out the wazoo. It's going to make it worse, not better. It's not magic. And people don't seem to understand that, especially in the so-called black community. Anyway, I choose whatever you want to believe about me. You can go. I can't control that. I can't control what you believe. I can't control how you feel. I can't control what you think. I can't make you like me. I can't make you do anything. So I'm not going to argue with adults. That's one thing I said this year. I'm not arguing with people who should have been swallowed. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to argue with a bitch who's so successful and you can't compete where you don't compare and you can't afford me, all this other shit, but you have to, with a husband and child, but you have to catch a ride with the boss's son because you apparently can't afford a car, but you're so successful and you're this and you're that and you're just so above it. This is why I hate niggas. I don't like niggas. I do not like ghetto trash. They have a totally different version of financial success than what I like. Don't identify with this. I don't understand it. That's really what it is. Like, people who think I'm like a go-go black Power Ranger, like power to the people. I do not understand most black people. I don't. I honestly do not understand most black people because they came from a weird, warped, schizophrenic, bipolar land, narcissism, cluster B, bullshit upbringing and philosophy. I just don't. And it's not about white is right or white is better because my parents are white. It's not about that. Promise you it's not that, because there's bullshit in that. It fucked upness and schizophrenic bipolar cluster B land. In that, I don't understand. And white people, they will be so wrong. It's literally like talking to a borderline individual. We want to be the victim persecutor complex, and then there's the sociopathy where they're a victim even though they've done nasty things, and the narcissism of they could be dead ass wrong and it's so obvious and evident, but yet, yeah. So I got my psychology degree from the University of Armchair, living with white people, not black people, white people. So let's not get it twisted. Church people, that is the land of cluster B. It's not even we're past mental illness with church people. Not Christianity, churchianity. It's borderline land, not borderline land, cluster B land all the way. It just is just sneaky, stab you in the back, nasty, nice nasty, pretending we don't know what you're talking about. That whole borderline narcissism thing where we said something nasty, I don't know what you're talking about, and you're being mean to me, and you want me to die, and you want me to this, and I'm gonna go do this, and it's gonna be your fault. And I don't do that. I don't do cluster B-isms. I don't want to live in cluster B land. I don't do that. And then the sociopathy where you're doing bullshit, sneaky bullshit, stabbing people in the back and people let you get away with it and you know it.